Hey board gamers, Jaclyn Friedlander here, and today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the game Jekyll vs. Hyde. Jekyll vs. Hyde is a two-player trick-taking game. This is an asymmetric game that's all about balance. The theme of Jekyll vs. Hyde is based on the famous novel Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. As Dr. Jekyll, you will need to resist Mr. Hyde's fierce attacks to protect your mind and keep the secret of your dual nature. As Mr. Hyde, your goal is to dominate Dr. Jekyll to overcome his identity. This game is played in 3 rounds and takes about 30 minutes to play. It's recommended for ages 10 and up. When I open the box, I find 21 evil cards inside. They're in 3 different colors, red, purple, and green, representing pride, wrath, and greed. They're numbered 1 through 7, and they match these tokens. There are also 4 potion cards, and the potion cards are numbered 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the game board. Ooh, and look at this. This is the identity marker. It's made out of metal and has a little bit of weight to it. This represents Jekyll on one side and Hyde on the other side. It reflects the duality of the game. I like it. Okay, now that we know what's in the box, I'm gonna walk you through basic gameplay. When you get your copy, be sure to still read the rules because not every scenario will be covered here, but I will give you a good gameplay overview to get you started. To set up the game, place the board in the center of the table and place the 3 color tokens above the board. The identity marker goes here, and then decide who's gonna play each character. Mr. Hyde shuffles the deck and deals 10 cards to each player. Set the other cards aside, but don't forget at the end of the round to shuffle them all back into the deck. Before the round begins, players will exchange cards from their hand face down and simultaneously. The number of cards exchanged is determined by which round it is. An important thing to note when choosing which cards to pass across the table is that if you have more than 1 potion in your starting hand, you must pass a potion to your opponent. Don't succumb to greed. If you have more than 1 potion, you need to share. When both players are ready to begin, Dr. Jekyll plays first. The number on each card determines the card's numerical value. The strength of the color is determined as follows. The first evil card played in a round becomes the weakest suit and is indicated by the marker on the board like this. The second color played is the second weakest suit, and the third color played is the strongest. You put the markers here to remember. When cards of the same color are played, the higher number wins the trick. You must follow the color suit if possible. If you don't have the correct color available, you can play any card strategically. For example, if a purple 7 is led, I would have to play a purple card. Since I only have green and red cards left in my hand, I can choose which one of them to play. Looking at the tokens on the board, I can see that for this round, green is currently the strongest suit, purple is the second weakest, and red is the weakest. If I want to win this trick, I need to play a green. I'm gonna play my green 2. Even though 2 is less than 7, green is currently stronger than purple, so I would win this trick. You can choose to play a potion at any time. If 2 potions are played against each other, the potions neutralize each other and no potion effect happens. The highest numbered potion wins that trick. If a potion is played against an evil card, the player who played the card with the highest number on it wins the trick. Once the trick winner is determined, then the potion effect happens based on the color of the card played by the opponent. Here's an example of what I mean. The number 2 potion has been played against a green 5. That means the green card wins this trick, but the green potion causes both players to simultaneously pass 2 face-down cards to their opponent. If you ever forget which potion causes which effect, there are reminders on these 3 color tokens. The potions add a really fun element to this game. The 3 different potion effects are listed in the game rules. To score, compare the number of tricks each player has won and subtract the higher number from the lower number. The result is how many spaces the identity marker will move toward Mr. Hyde's side of the board. Evil is relentless. Even if Dr. Jekyll won more tricks than Mr. Hyde, the marker will still progress toward Mr. Hyde's side of the board. As Dr. Jekyll, your objective is to keep balance in your psyche so that the identity marker moves as little as possible at the end of each round. Sometimes this means trying to lose a trick. For example, if Dr. Jekyll wins 6 tricks and Mr. Hyde won 4, 6 minus 4 equals 2, so the identity marker moves 2 spaces toward Mr. Hyde. I really enjoy this game. There's a lot of strategy involved, and depending on which character you're playing, the strategy changes quite a bit. Because the strongest suit is determined through gameplay, which cards you pass your opponent and when you play your potions is really important. I love games like this that travel well. This one fits in my purse. It's a good idea to have board games on hand at all times because you never know when there'll be a chance to play. This game's very portable and setup and cleanup is quick and easy, so I recommend adding it to your on-the-go collection. It's also a great gift for anyone who loves trick-taking games, 2-player games, or games with spooky themes. This game is brought to you by Mandoo Games. Mandoo Games is a Korean publisher and distributor, and they're making family games with strategic gameplay and beautiful content. Jekyll designed Jekyll vs. Hyde, and Vincent Dutray created the wonderful artwork. I hope you enjoyed this Jekyll vs. Hyde overview. If you want to see my other videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram. Until next time, I'm Jaclyn Friedlander. Happy gaming.